What's going on, everybody? Hopefully the wind noise isn't bad. Picked up a console today for the GMC Sierra, my '07 Classic, right there. Looking extra blue today, actually, with that sun shining right on it. Everything's a little filthy right now because of the big rain we just had. But anyway, like I said, I picked up this '03 to '07 Chevrolet GMC Silverado, Sierra, whatever, Tahoe, Yukon. This is the part you're going to need, minus the knee bolster right there on the bottom right. You don't necessarily have to have that, but you will have to have the actual console and the glove box. Have to swap that piece out to make the swap complete. Right now, everything's a little dirty. Like I said, I ain't really touched it yet. Everything's filthy. She's dirty and nasty. We'll get her cleaned up, silk shined up, make her looking good. But hopefully I'm trying to bring you along for this process while we do the swap and get rid of the last bit of work truck that this old Sierra has in it. Get the jump seat out of there and get this console cleaned up and put in. So we'll cut back in when we're getting it cleaned up. Anything I can, any tips or anything I can give you, try to share that along the way. Hey guys, I got the console brought into the garage. It's a little windy out there. I didn't want the wind noise to be becoming an issue, but I did forget to let y'all know that this is the I guess another piece that you're going to need if you want to secure the actual console to the dash. It actually fits in here. This part attaches to your dash, and then the console actually has a couple bolts that will screw into it. If you can see them right here, and it fits in there kind of like that right there. So this part will go onto the dash first. Once you get everything in there, your glove box put in, all that, then the console will screw to this and actually secure it to the dash. So didn't want to forget that. Leave that piece out. This particular console I just bought did not have this with it. I'd actually found this in a junkyard sometime last year and picked it up for maybe like $10. It was pretty cheap. Sometimes you'll find some people selling them. It'll have everything. This particular one did not. But anyway, just thought I'd throw that at you. We're going to get ready to start disassembling, start cleaning things up. All right, we got a little disassembly going on. Just kind of wanted to pull you all in, kind of give you an idea of how some of this stuff comes apart. Right here, this piece pops out. It just has four clips. Be real easy with it. Pop it straight out. Don't put too much torque on it. Should be all right. The little cup holder that is not secured with any bolts or anything. It'll literally just pop right out. As you can see down in here, there's an old connector for the this particular model had the rear controls for the radio. We won't be using that. We may actually delete that wiring harness and get rid of it. It's just unnecessary for what we're trying to do. This right here is going to have a series of bolts. It goes around. There's 4 in the bottom. I went ahead and took the lid off, as you see, or as you can see, excuse me. It's completely filthy, but so that's why we're just disassembling everything, trying to clean it all up. So this piece comes out one shot, and then you can see the some of the amp stuff down in the bottom, or some of the other connectors. All right, just letting y'all know that to get this back portion of the console off, you're gonna have a couple screws up here in the top. You got 2 there, and then you're gonna have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. That should allow you to get the back of this console off, get to your vents. I'm not sure exactly how those pop out from the front side or back side, but I'm taking it all off anyway just to clean it up. I can't stand stuff to be disgusting, and I'm not putting it in the truck looking like this. So we'll keep dropping in here, letting y'all know kind of how this kind of disassembles. Also going to see if I can find some type of tray that goes there and get rid of that nasty looking radio control. I'm not going to need that. It's really not going to be
functional. So, and it just looks terrible. So we'll try to get rid of that.
All right, there's the back panel off now. It had two plugs on the back, one for the radio, one for the 12-volt cigarette lighter that was on the back. You see the two air vents, the foam falling off one side, the other side's completely missing. The next thing I want to move on to is the surround for your cup holders, and it comes off. It just pops off. Super simple. 4 clips. Be easy with those. Again, this stuff is all old. Everything you're working with is super old, so be gentle with it if you want to try to keep it nice. Um, I'm not sure how much further I'm going to go with disassembly. I'm going to get my air compressor out, try to blow all this stuff out, start soaking it down with some Dawn and water, get everything loosened up, get a brush out, get it cleaned up. You can see this was a factory uh, Bose setup. It does still has the little small subwoofer in it, but that ain't gonna be functional for what we're doing. I've already got a system in the truck, so we don't need that. Anyway, that's where we're at. We're gonna keep it going, get it cleaned up. All right. Well, I lied. I can't leave anything alone. I'm gonna take the side panel off this. If you do plan on taking the side panel off, you're gonna have a couple screws here. You're gonna have one in the back there, one right here, another one here. You're gonna have one there. You'll have two on the bottom, down by your mounting bracket to the floor, and you're gonna have one of the little Christmas trees. I guess that's what I call them. This little style push pin to get that side panel off, and that whole panel will come off, and you'll be able to get down to basically the skeleton of the console. I may possibly go ahead and just throw a little coat of paint on that, get some of that surface rust off there, paint it up, make it look nice. Well, I've already got it this far, so we'll check back in on the progress. So this is what it's going to look like without your side panel on. Both of them will come off the same way. Like I said, it just gets you down to the bare bones of the actual console. If you really want to clean it up, it just really don't take more than, you could have this whole thing pulled apart in less than 15 minutes. Maybe even less than that. It just depends on, if you kind of know where everything is, and you got the right tools. But all I'm using right now, I used a little trim tool to help get that little Christmas tree out of there. I've just used a drill on it with a Phillips. Most everything at this point has been Phillips. So minimal tools, a little flashlight. I am going to be using the Chemical Guys brushes. Like I said, a little soap and water in the spray bottle for now, and we'll keep cleaning it up. Well, I'm starting to kind of clean up some of the panels. You can see the one on the bottom. I again used a little Dawn soap and water action, and kind of cleaned it up with that Chemical Guys brush right there. The top one has been somewhat cleaned with the soap and water, uh, but I applied some Chemical Guys Silk Shine to the bottom panel. Kind of let that rehydrate it, kind of soak it up. Maybe do that a couple times. Get some of the oil back in it. They don't look so ashy, and kind of start a little bit of shine. The good thing about the Chemical Guys Silk Shine is the fact that it isn't super greasy. It kind of goes on. It'll kind of soak in a little bit, and then you don't have to worry about a really heavy greasy film. It seems to, like I say, just give it just the right amount of sheen. So if y'all are looking to kind of clean up some interior panels, I definitely recommend that Chemical Guys Silk Shine. Just something to think about. It gives it to me. It just gives it just the right amount of sheen, and kind of renews everything. So, all right, everybody, this is the final result of the parts and pieces from the console. After we took a couple, I don't know, hour and a half at least worth of cleaning, disassembly. Probably gonna have another, I say, 30 minutes, maybe a little bit more. Just depends on how picky I get with making sure it all goes back together properly. Uh, you know, Making sure I didn't miss any little spots here or there. But Anyway, this is kind of the way I like to do my business when it comes to making sure something's good to go and clean, in good shape before it goes into one of my vehicles. So, not saying you have to do this, but if you do, expect to do, a little bit of work to make sure it's ready to go. I didn't find anything broken, missing, any of that. So it should be looking pretty good when we go back together. Can't wait to see it in the truck. I'm gonna go ahead and do the assembly off camera. I'll cut back in whenever it's time to start working on the truck. Get the seats out, get the jump seat out of the middle, and we'll see how it looks when it goes together. All right. Well, here's the finished product. Again, it's not 100%, but not bad for a 2003. It came out pretty good. A few little blemishes here and there, but for the most part, she's looking pretty good. Again, no missing pieces, no issues there. Like I said, she cleaned up pretty well. At some point, I'm gonna have to work on getting the 12 volt hooked up so that those will be functional. But I'm just running out of time. I got a big project coming up at work, and I can't do it right now. I just can't. But this is what it's fixing to go into. Again, my 2007 classic GMC Sierra. Just got done putting the ACC replacement carpet in there. It had the rubber floor in it, so we just got done doing that. Gonna get ready to take out this jump seat, put in the full console, and see how it goes. Should make it look pretty good. The seat covers are not because the seats are tore up. It's literally just because I'm trying to keep them from getting tore up. They're actually very, very, very good shape. I know a lot of people try to cover blemishes and all that up, but there's no stains, there's no rips, there's no nothing. So this is my little project, man. We're getting there slowly. So next thing you should see, we'll getting that console in there. All right, everybody, got the seats out of the truck. Getting ready to take out this lower dash panel on the passenger side. It's going to take out these USBs, or the USB that I'd made there, the custom USB little panel, and the two 12 volt. And anyway, this is what it looks like prior to going in, after the jump seat and both driver seats are out. This is the new ACC carpet that I just installed the other day and got rid of the vinyl flooring. It's looking pretty good. Pretty happy with how it turned out. Anyway, we'll get you back here in just a minute when we get some of this other stuff pulled apart. So right here we got a couple 7mm that got to come out. Right now I got my son helping me. It's always good to have a good helper. We're gonna get ready to pull this lower panel out. And a couple across the bottom there as well. I'm not sure about those rivets yet. We're gonna have to see if that's got to come out.
Nope.
It doesn't look like they do. It looks like they're gonna stay attached. So, and we've got to get a couple up in that area, right up in there, and we'll go from there. All right, we got the glove box panel down. You're gonna have two 12 volt adapters, and this is going to be specific to mine. This is the USB that we'd run up to the radio. So we're getting ready to go back in with the new glove box panel and then get ready for the console. So you're gonna have 4 across the bottom, one right here in the middle still left to do, and then you're gonna have one right here across there,
2 right here,
2 more over there, and that should do it for that bottom piece. And you can see right here that these are cut out specifically for the console. It leaves this center section open so that you can put that adapter piece in here, and I'll show you that in just a minute. All right, there's your console adapter. screwed into the dash down here on the bottom, 1 and 2. And you'll have 2 bolts that go from your console to hold that into the dash. That's what secures your console to the actual dash. Other than that, everything just slips over those little things down here on the floor. That's it. That's gonna be held in. All right, that's a preliminary test fit right there. All we got to do is secure those 2 bolts right down there, 1 and 2, to that dash bracket that we put in earlier. That secures that, and the rest of it is held down by these 2 right here. This is where your seats bolt in, and your seats will lay on top of that right there. You'll have a 15 millimeter in the front, 11 millimeter in the back, and it'll be in. So next, we're gonna get this buttoned up, get the seats back in it, get it all bolted down, and we'll bring you back and show you what we got. All right, everybody, here it is. 03 to 07 Classic full console swap in my 07 Sierra. We got the carpet done last week. Got rid of the vinyl flooring. Got the console done this week. Done the right way. All the right brackets, all the right bolts. Secured down properly. No cutting corners here. We don't like to do that. I like my stuff clean, just the way it looks from the factory, if not better somehow, if we can make that work. The only thing I'm going to have to try to figure out is I got to come up with a different mount for my USB that goes to my Pioneer radio, the double din, and we had to do away with that factory or that custom mount I'd done for the other lower dash. But anyway, man, if you guys like what you saw, give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe. You know, we're gonna have more stuff like this coming. We've got a motor swap. Working on a couple other projects for this truck. The motor swap will be here in a few months when I get done with the project at the work. But we appreciate you guys watching. Keep coming back. We'll keep having more stuff for you. Keep making this truck a little bit better. Y'all take care.